Oh, goodness. Alright, well, what's going on, everybody? No need for an intro. Hey, TC, how's it going? Man, that music seems awfully loud. Let me turn that down a little bit. Maybe that's better. What's up, Spanky? How's it going? Yeah, I got today we're going to look at the Revenger kit by Vaporesso, and I haven't done anything with it yet. It's been sitting here, and I was like, well, if I'm going to do anything with it, I need to do it now. So, because Friday, by the time my show comes, I won't even have tried it at all, and I'm gonna be like, hey, you know, I don't know. Hey, Speed Triple, how's it going? So, we're gonna take this thing out of the. I'm gonna show you all the box it comes in and all that good stuff, and then, hey, OR Church, how you doing today? And we're gonna see the measurements on it, you know, what I like, what I don't like about it. Even though I haven't really tried it yet, I can tell you I did go through the menu system and stuff. If anything, I think the menu system needs to be revised on this. It is a pain in the ass to get into the main menu. I think that getting into the main menu needs to be changed, and I think that Vaporesso is going to change it, but they haven't yet. That's the main thing. And until they do, they need to fix it. So let's go down to the build cam and have a look at the Revenger kit. I do have the Revenger kit in blue. Wow, that looks awful dark. My light's on. I don't know why it looks so dark, but it does. This is way not in sync for some reason. Let me try and refresh my camera. Oh, there we go. I don't know why my camera was frozen. Sorry, guys. I was like, why is that so dark? So here's the Vaporesso Revenger kit. This is the box, the presentation box it comes in, which is pretty nice, actually. It's a decent box. This is the 5mm version. This is the Revenger Jazzy from Vaporesso. The Revenger kit, I should say. This is the 5mm version. I think the TBD has a 2mm version they're releasing for over there. This whole piece slides out, as you can see, but I'll show y'all. The top, they have this where you can hang this up, you know, for display for stores. The bottom, you got all your usual stuff. Even the retail doesn't have batch numbers on here yet. At least not the one that I got. I actually bought this from eBay, so who knows. You do have your "Don't Vape in a Bin" sticker thing. This does have the Omni board, the version 2 of the Omni board in here. What's pretty cool about this is you see this over here, right here. It says RCT, remaining charging time. I think that is a, yes, exactly, Jazzy. Well, it may have been a different person, but whatever. Remaining charging time. I think that's pretty cool. That's a new feature I haven't really seen in most mods. You may be able to see the percentage, like if you're charging a mod, it may say, hey, you know, you got 32%. This actually tells you, hey, you got 31 minutes until this battery is done. It's actually got individual charging times for each battery. So this takes two 18650. So you may have one battery that says it's going to take 31 minutes to charge, and the other battery may say 45 minutes to charge. But it actually gives you a countdown for each one of the batteries as far as this charging goes. And it does have quick charging on here. I don't know if it's 2 amp or what. I didn't look in there. Let me see. It's got a mesh drip tip at the top. Let's see. Heat insulation layer, safe and relaxing vaping. Anyways, all right, let's pull this out and take a look at this thing, shall we? This is the blue one. Obviously, y'all know I'm going to get blue. So this kind of looks like an Apple type box, I think, especially the way the inside looks. So over here on your left, you got this guy here, which should have a USB charging cable, which I already took out, and your instruction book in here. Manuals, stickers, all that good stuff. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh, look at that. That's nice. It says Vaporesso. Haven't even opened this part up yet. Warranty card. Something about the coil, and then the battery safety warning deal right there. Alright, that's cool. Let me set that over to the side. This is your different languages as far as the manual goes. We're not going to need that. Let's go straight over to the other side. Let me close this up. I'm going to stick this right back here for now. Be amazed, it says. Be amazed. Ah. Here is the Revenger kit in blue. Looking pretty. Yes, it does tell you not to vape in a bin. That would be right here. Don't vape in a bin. That's don't vape in a bin. And it also says be over 18. There we go, be over 18. Don't be pregnant. Yeah, that's another important. Recycle. Charlie and Evan. Alright, here we go. So here is the mod itself, which I do like this feature here. They actually centered the 510. Yay! I mean, I've been all over these mod makers. Please center the 510. Please center the 510. This is without a doubt a fingerprint magnet. I'm not sure. They call this some kind of IML, like injection mold layering or something technology that they're using on this. I do know that the body is aluminum. This is a pretty light mod, even with batteries in it. This thing does not weigh that much. I do want to see the distance here. I can't remember what it was, so we're going to take a measurement of that real quick to see what size tank you can get on here. So I'm showing 28.6 from side to side. So let's take something like the Sherman and see how the Sherman fits on here. Since it's a 28 millimeter tank, there's actually no overhang whatsoever with a Sherman. So if you go any bigger than that, though, you're going to overhang. So I think the Sherman's the biggest tank you're going to get on the Revenger. Doesn't hang over anywhere, though. So let's take that back off. The 510 protrudes just a hair, I think. Just a hair. And that's just to keep you from scratching up the top of this mod, I do believe. The 510 is slightly spring-loaded. This does not have a big throw to it whatsoever. But it is centered 510, which is nice. Obviously, right here's your display. In the back, you have... This is the battery door. If I can get it off. My hands are slippery right now. I can't get the battery door off. Scuba, grab the battery door. What's wrong with you? Yeah, I'm trying. Do they not have a little grippy spot that I can grab this at? Because, wow, there we go. That was a pain in the butt to get off. So you have 3 magnets here. 2 small ones, 1 big one at the bottom, and then the same thing here. 2 18650s in series. And then it should be 5. Here's your fire button on the side. Big old fire button. Yeah, it is a nice blue shiny. There we go, Vaporesso. And there's the display. A really nice bright display. I do like that. Your up down watts right here, and then the middle button is to adjust your wattage. I think this goes up to 220 watts if I'm right. There we go. Yep, 220 watts. Hey Stina, how you doing? So let's bring the wattage back down. Now this is what I was saying about the menu. Your charge port's down here at the bottom, by the way. 1, 2, 3. That goes between variable wattage and then this, what do they call this? Custom, some kind of weird new coil. I'm not even going to mess with that. I'm going to hold that button. Let's see, you hold down this button. Nope, I did that wrong. That flips the screen. Unflip. Now, am I still locked? I'm still locked. That's why I said I don't like this menu. Wait, what did I hit to lock it? I forget. This is what happens when you haven't played with this mod yet. No system lock. There we go. It's the middle button and the up watts is to unlock it, thank God. Okay, holding the center button, I switched to stainless steel. And then I got nichrome, titanium, memory 1, memory 2. Then you go to bypass mode. Then you get the system set. When you get to there, you got to hit it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. That gets you in the menu. That's a lot of stuff just to get to the menu. So I have to go through all of that just to get to this section here. Your time set, your smart on and off. The smart right here, what that does is it bases its wattages off of whatever your coil is. So whatever ohm coil you put on there, that's what it's gonna give you a suggested wattage that you should vape it at. The time set, which is kind of pointless because if you pull the batteries out, it resets the damn time on this thing. I think they need to fix that or something. I mean, it's kind of stupid to go in here and set the time and then you lose it all. You can either do analog or the pointy style. Hey, Vaping Chevy, how you doing? What else is on here? Let's hit this button here. Let's get out of there. Let's go down and just exit this. I have not done anything with the tank yet, so we're going to definitely have to check the tank out. Right now I have it set at 92 watts, but we're going to fix that here in a minute. So in the box you also get your spare glass and probably some O-rings in there. Let me make sure. Yep, there's some spare O-rings inside the glass here. All kinds of O-rings and stuff. Down here, this is your NRG tank, I do believe is what they call this. Yes, NRG. Energy. To open this tank is kind of weird. It does have this, I don't know if y'all can see that spit back guard on the drip tip itself. Let me see if I can pop this out. So now maybe y'all can see that. There we go. There's your spit back guard built into the drip tip. And if you want, you can rip this thing out of here. Just put a screwdriver in here and pop all that out. That looks like a standard 810 size drip tip. We're going to have to check that. Let's see, what else do I have that's 810? This should be out of the pulse. It's a little loose, actually. This is a little loose. Now, if I put an O-ring on here, this would fit perfect. But it's a little loose. And that matches really nice, which kind of sucks. Hello, Sue. I wish it did match perfectly, but it does not. So right now, we'll just stick with the stock drip tip. And to fill this, this actually slides over. It kind of turns and slides at the same time. Not as much as a TFV4, TFVA 12, but it kind of turns and slides back. It's weird the way they did this. There's your fill. This is a 5 mil tank, by the way. Let's unscrew this thing and we're going to juice this thing up. Inside here you can see that this is going to be one of those octo type coils, which is 4 coils ran in parallel, I'm sure. Man, that coil is in there. I don't like when they put them down in there that tight because you may want to take this out later. Let me see if I can see what ohm this coil is with my goggles here. This is 0.13 and the recommended is 50 to 110 watts. It says, what the heck, best between 80 and I don't even know what that is. It looks like 60, best between 60 and 80 watts. I know that's not my damn phone ringing. Oh my lord, that's my landlord. He can kiss my tail. I'm not answering that right now. So, I'm going to put some juice on these O-rings down here first because I want to be able to get this thing off. I'll call him back in a minute. Screw this coil down in here, and then we're going to put some juice on this thing. I'm putting Nilla Nuts on here from Higgy 6 because I don't want to be trying any weird juices in here that I'm not familiar with. So I'm putting juice on every little orifice where there's wick at. Maybe a little more. I'm kind of letting this soak up the juice really quick. The Baby Beast coils fit. Really? Kev, that's interesting. I would not doubt that at all. Where did I put my Baby Beast coils at? I have some. I think I took them somewhere though. Where's my Baby Beast coils at? I got a whole pack of them. Actually, I have another mod that came with Baby Beast coils. Let me see if it's in this one. I have 2 mods that came with Baby Beast, and they may have the coil in it. This one don't. I took that one already. Figures, Scuba. Why would you do that? Because that's what I do. I don't have a Baby Beast coil handy, it don't look like. But I believe you're right, it does feel like it's the same size as a Baby Beast coil. Anyways, I want to see how this thing's going to vape. The stuff I've seen, you know, they say, oh, you got to take 3 or 4 tanks to break it in. Whether that's true or not, we're going to find out. I don't know how many tanks I'm going to have to break this in. Hey, Yardbird, how you doing? Hello, Tasha. So, let me screw this tank back together here. And then we're going to open and fill this. There we go. So this is saying it's best around 60 watts. I still, even though it says that, I like to start off at a lower wattage just to kind of break the coil in and then bring it up to that wattage. There's the clock on this, by the way. This is the analog clock. You can also choose digital if you want. And you can choose the screen timeout. I think mine's set to 30 minutes by default, or maybe 15 minutes. I don't remember what it was, but you can obviously turn that down if you don't want to waste battery power. I don't think it uses a lot. Now it's asking me, is this a new load? It is. And it's showing 0.16. So let me turn the wattage down a little bit. And since it said recommended was 50 or 60, I think I'm going to go down to 45 to start off with. Then we'll work our way up. I'm going to let this sit for just a second. I want to get the that juice in that coil really good. Shake it around a little bit, make sure it's not gonna be messing up on me. Come on, XSplit, stop messing with me. My whole computer's just like freezing. Everything is messing up onto me, I swear. Everything's messing up. Oh, severe thunderstorm warning, thank you. Yeah, I know that, it's raining big time. So this does look pretty good. It matches all really nicely, actually. Feels good in the hand. I like where the fire button's at. That's like perfect for me. I mean, but if you're not into a fingerprint magnet, you're probably not gonna like this very much. Sorry. Okay, I can taste the juice a little bit. I'm trying to take a few pulls on this, a few dry pulls, to make sure it sucks that juice into the coils. I'm a big fan of not burning my coils right off the bat. That's pretty good, actually, right off the bat. I thought this was going to take a long time to break in, but I can get the flavor right off the bat. Does it need to break in some more? Yes, without a doubt. But not vape related. I put my house search into motion. Nice, Yardbird. Nice. TC Vapes, I'm about to let you know that in just a second. Right now I have the wattage too low. Hello, Sydney. I can definitely tell that, so I'm going to go up a little bit. Let's go up to 55 and see what that does. I'm already getting the flavor, but it's not the intense flavor that I would expect for this juice. Good airflow from this tank, though. I do like the airflow they have. It's just a slight restriction on it, but still a nice wide open airflow. I like those battery meters, are nice and big. You cannot miss that right there. I wish I could show y'all when it's charging, the way it shows each individual battery, how it charges and how much longer it has until it's done charging. That's pretty cool. And it goes to the clock like almost instantly. That's pretty cool. That kind of helps people that don't have a watch. Let's go on up now. I'm up at 61 watts now. We're going to see if this is getting into the warmer, more flavorful range. That's a little better. I still don't think that's my spot. It may be your spot. For me, I need it a little bit warmer. So this particular coil, how is the size? Jeffrey, I'll show you the size. I think the size is actually really decent in the hand. Look at this. This fits very good in the hand. It's not too tall. What can I compare this to? I mean, I can lay this up. Let's take the SX Mini G-Class here. So the G-Class is actually a little bit taller than it. Not a whole lot. So I think the closest mod to it. Now the G-Class is a little bit thicker. Just a little bit thicker. I don't know if you can see that. Definitely a little bit thicker. I don't have them even, but there we go. It'll be more like that. What else do I have that's nice and small? The T-Priv, that's a pretty new mod. This is definitely thicker, taller-wise. But the height is about the same. So height-wise, far as the mod goes, we have right at just the mod itself, 89 millimeters. That was 89. Well, was it? Yeah, 89 millimeters. All the way from the tank, not including the drip tip. I can't even go that far on my meter. I need a bigger one. It's about 129 millimeters from the bottom of the mod to the top of the tank, not including the drip tip. Going this way, let's see how big this is. Let's go this way. We got 45 millimeters going this way. And like I said, this is every bit of 28 up here. So you can fit a 28 millimeter atomizer on top of there, no problem. So let's go a little higher because that was not enough. Let's take this up to 70 watts. 70 watts. Let's go back to the main camera. Much closer. I think, based off what I'm getting right now, by the second tank, this should be broke in very good. At the worst case, 3. I'm already getting flavor really good from this, but I think it could be better. And I think it's just, you know, the coil breaking in. I mean, I've only vaped this, what, 4 or 5 hits so far, so I do taste it right off the bat, but it's not full on flavor yet. $70 watts that's close. I'm thinking more, you know, that's a 0.16. Normally with 0.16 for me, I'm going up to 80, 85, 90 watts. So let's go on up to 75 watts. That goes up really nice. I like how fast the scroll speed is on this. Much better. Wow. Okay, for me, the sweet spot on this right now is 75 watts. That is really good right there. So I'm going to be vaping this, and hopefully by Friday's show, I can let y'all know 1.5 tanks. TC, I can almost guarantee this is right at it. This seems like, I mean, it's breaking in pretty good right now, but I do think to get that really saturated flavor that you're looking for, it's probably going to be until the second tank. Now, I don't know. I haven't even went through half the tank yet. I couldn't tell you. Obviously, I can't vape this whole thing that fast and then be like, oh, yeah, now it's good. But that would just be wearing this coil out anyway. Average vaping is what we need. That's how I'm going to find out when this really hits good flavor. It's pretty good. I've had much stronger flavor, don't get me wrong, but it's okay for a tank by all means. I wish that this tank came with a rebuildable section. And if it truly does take Baby Beast coils, like TC was saying, then you can get the rebuildable section for the Baby Beast and throw that in there. I don't see why it wouldn't work, since if it's a Baby Beast and all them swap up, it should make it over here. What's the max size tank? Sydney Vape Supply, that would be 28 millimeter. I threw a Sherman on top of here. It fits, no problem. I can show it again. I know some of y'all were here for that, but I can take this off real quick. Sherman is every bit of 28. It fits right on there. No overhang whatsoever. So here's a Sherman. You can see that there's no overhang whatsoever on either side. Actually fits down nice and flush too. And it's asking me, is it a new load? Well, I don't have it screwed down all the way. Now it is. Which is pretty cool. I love the fact that How is it for us chain vapors? Speed triple. I don't know. Let's try and chain vape this, Speed. Let's see if it can keep up. That's another good thing to find out. Hey, can this thing keep up with a chain vapor like Vic? You know, Vic's a super chain vapor. Aromomizer Plus. I can, if I can find it, Sydney Vape Supply. Obviously, it's going to overhang because it's 30 millimeter. Oh, there it is. I found the Aromomizer Plus. Let me go back to the build cam and we'll see how it looks. It's probably going to look crappy because this is going to be bigger. This does have a little bit of an overhang. I can feel it, but it's obvious. I mean, you can see it's not that bad. I don't know if y'all could live with that. I mean, it's really close. It's just barely overhanging. Let me see if y'all can see from there. We go. Now you can see the overhang. Can you see that? Let me turn around on this side. There's the overhang. So you got about at least a millimeter, maybe 1.5 millimeters overhang right there, with a 30 millimeter tank. Oh, the Boreas will fit, no question. Boreas is only 25 millimeter. Like I said, this is 28 millimeter. So this compared to a Boreas, there's no, you know, here's a Boreas right here. So you can see how much smaller around the Boreas is. So it's not, the Aromomizer Plus does not look that bad on there by any means. And like I said, this Omni board, when you have that smart feature turned on there, it automatically guesses what the appropriate wattage should be for your coil if you have smart mode turned on. That's what this Omni chip does. Obviously, you're probably going to adjust that, and you can still do that, but I have it set at yeah, it's livable. I don't think it's so bad that you'll be like, oh my God, the overhang is killing me. It's really, you have to look at it and really feel for it to find that overhang. So that's not that bad. I do love the fact that they centered the 510. You don't see, especially smaller mods with a centered 510. Obviously, you know, the VT250, the H-Cigar, it's a centered 510. The G-Class is a smaller mod, but it has a centered 510. Love the fact that it's centered 510. And now you have the Vaporesso Revenger that's a centered 510. And they make this in red, black, blue. I think that's the only 3 colors they make right now. But it is a fingerprint magnet. I'm not going to say it's not. But it doesn't look that bad even with fingerprints on it. I mean, if you're going to hand it to somebody, you probably wipe it off and then hand it to them. But it's not that bad. It's almost a mirror type finish, but you can still see the screen really good through it. Yes, they do, Talion. Red. I'm chain vaping it now for you guys. Okay, I'm not getting any dry hits. This is keeping up just fine. I'm about to nick myself out, actually. Woo! Is that the same chip as a Cartel mod? No, I do not think it's the same chip, Sydney. What do they have in the Cartel? I don't know if the Cartel has the Omni board, but I think it's version 1. This is version 2 of the Omni board. If I'm right, correct me if I'm wrong, Sydney Vape Supply. But they both have the Omni board, but I think this is a newer version of the Omni board. This is version 2. But like I said, getting into the menu of this is a pain in the ass. Obviously, you don't need to get into the menu a lot, but thank you, Kev. So it's the Omni board, Omni version 2. They're the same chip, but this is a newer version. But yeah, this thing is vaping great, even chain vaping it. I'm not getting any bad dry hits, anything. Very flavorful every time. Yardbird. Thank you, Kev. Hey, that was me out doing any research. I mean, I literally got this mod and it's been sitting here, so I didn't know all the specs and stuff. I haven't went through the manual. I just knew how to get in the menus and stuff. I've seen the mod, I've held the mod, so I knew how to get in the menu. And I did upgrade to the newest firmware, which on the website they say is version 102, and when you put it on the device it's 101. So if there's a newer one coming out that fixes the menu, we're in good shape. I'm gonna get nicked out. You might be right, Sydney. You might be right. I might get nicked out. You think power went out on my end? I hope not. It looks like it's still going. If I had fighting cock inside this mod, I would be wasted trying to vape that thing. I wouldn't even if you put like 2 drops in here, that would probably overwhelm this juice. Imagine Nilla Nuts with a couple of drops of fighting cock in there. Oh my god. That'd be something serious right there. I don't think I want to vape alcohol, period. Even though I know there's a lot of juice makers out there that do add alcohol to their, whether it be, you know, golden grain or what. Not wide enough for a mod father. If the mod father is 30 millimeter, Munchkin, it'll overhang slightly. This mod is not made for your big tanks, unfortunately. But I mean, I've got mods that are bigger than that that'll overhang if you get any bigger than this, like this RX 300. You can't put a 28 millimeter over there without that overhanging. So this, being able to take a 28, yeah, I've done the update, Kev. This has the newest update on there. And I mean, I updated it like yesterday, and it still has this weird menu system. I don't like having to go through all that crap. I mean, I can show y'all again. It's a lot of crap to go through to get in the menu. See, right now it's in normal mode, and you can do these fast mode buttons. Oh, that works. Holy shit, I did not know that. Okay, hold on. So if you hold the wattage down and the fire button, it goes directly into the menu. That changes my whole opinion of the menu. That was not there before. It's going through twice every time there, Munchkin. That's pretty cool. So instead of me having to go through all that bull crap, now you can hold wattage down and fire button and it takes you right into the menu. Look at that. That is freaking awesome. That was not there before, guys. Before, I showed you how the other way to get in there, and it's a pain in the ass. You have to hold the middle button, stainless steel, nickel, titanium, memory 1, memory 2, bypass, system set, 1, 2, 3, and then you're in the menu. But, how do you update a TFV3? What the hell is a TFV3? Is that a mech mod? That's what it sounds like to me. So I'm in normal. You can set it up to normal, was it normal, standard, and powerful, and then you get that 20% push. But I think it's fine in normal mode for me. And this is one that has temp control, and I know a lot of people are getting away from temp control, like with the Anakin has the Oceanus that does not do temp control. Well, it didn't double post that time, so I think you got it right. I'm going to have to call my landlord back. Y'all can either give me a minute, or I can come back on later or something. I don't know what to do. I need to call him back, though, because it's kind of an important call. Give me just a second, guys. How about that? Where's my camera at? There it is. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Well, that didn't go very good. They're still going to come look at the house, even though we're not going to be here. So I guess I'm just going to have my dogs put up so that they don't bite people. The MPV? How do you update an IPv3? Have I ever done an update on the IPv3? The IPv3 LI? I've never tried to update an IPv, or I haven't done it in so long I could not tell you. Wow, the IPv. I don't even remember which software that one works with. Now my dogs are barking because they're hungry. I don't remember either, Talion. With the MPv3, no, I don't think it has any updates whatsoever. But the IPv3, maybe. Because I have I have the IPv3 LI, and then I have the older IPVs. They're all up there on my stand. I haven't used them in so long. Hello, Chris. How you doing? We're just testing out the Revenger from Vaporesso. Nice small mod. I do like how this fits in the hand. This is actually very decent fitting. The best thing to do, the IPv3 LI, look up IPv3 LI firmware. If there's an update, it'll take you right to it. I haven't, like I said, I haven't used that mod in so long. I mean, that came out a long time ago, and when that stuff goes back that far, my brain can't remember it. Only thing I can remember is how to update DNA devices. Tells how long. No, I've not been out of the vape game. I've been out. I'm way past that, Tasha. When it gets that far back, I can't remember that. You just finished work? Man, I know how that is, Chris. I ain't been off work that long myself. That is correct, Speed Triple. I can't believe so many people are having problems. Let me show y'all this in case y'all don't know. When you lock your G-Class, you can hit the button 3 times and you're still in this screen. You're like, what the hell? I don't know how to get out of it. I'm locked. I can't fire. I can't do nothing. So what you have to do is you push the button 3 times. This little symbol will come up down here. 1, 2, 3. And then you push down on your joystick. Then you're unlocked. It's that simple. A lot of people couldn't figure that out. And I was like, wow, I can't believe people can't figure out how to unlock that. Oh, how long you've been out. I got you, Tasha. Yeah, I haven't updated that. I haven't even... If they got a new update for the IPVs, I wouldn't have a clue. I mean, I still got my jellyfish up there that I did a video on a long time ago on how to fix the jellyfish had a bad problem with the 510 coming loose from the inside, and I was showing how to take that apart without dropping the buttons down in the mod so that they would, you know, you couldn't get it back together. And I did a video on that a while back. And the cherry bomber, that's what everybody went and watched, was that cherry bomber video. Good Lord. I really, that video surprised me, because I made that video in 5 minutes, and I still get questions and comments on the cherry bomber video to this day. That video is like 2.5 years old, maybe 3 years old at this point, and I still get people going, well, why would you put your mod in your pocket? And I'm like, all right, let's back up here. You got to think about, when you're doing a video, you have to think about every possible scenario. So I know that you shouldn't be putting a mech mod in your pocket, especially if it doesn't have a lock. Even though the cherry bomber has a lock, it doesn't do anything, because it can still fire if keys touch it. So it's pointless. So when I said that you know, in case you put the mod in your pocket, I'm trying to cover my ass, because somebody would say, well, he didn't say you couldn't put it in your pocket. And then they'll say, well, why didn't you say that in your video? You know, you're going to get criticism either way it goes. So thank you, Breeze. I thought, you know, I was just trying to keep people from being the next news story. Excuse me. And if I didn't put that video out about the cherry bomber, and even after I put that video out, not everybody saw it. I know a lot of people did, but not everybody saw it. We still got videos later on of people exploding their cherry bomber, and it's because of that damn reason right there. It's so easy, especially if you've got just a plain cherry bomber with that wasn't painted. You screw the wrong atomizer on there, and it's going to create a dead short, and it's going to start firing, and unless you pop them batteries out real quick, it's going to blow up. So yeah, the G-Class, Chris, without question, is a fantastic mod. Yes, a lot of people put mods in their pockets, Munchkin, and it's like, if I didn't say that, I would be doing a disservice, because it's a possibility. I don't think you should be putting mech mods in your pocket. Some of them have, you know, they have a bunch of them now that have various type locking mechanisms, which are great, but depending on the way that mod's made and whether it's insulated away from the addy, you can still make those things fire. They're all built basically the same way. All you're making is a connection between positive and negative. So say your atomizer, say you're one of those people that put your battery in backwards in the mod. Instead of your positive going up towards the center 510, say you put the positive going down. Alright, this is very important. I want y'all to think about this. You put your battery in with the positive up on a mech mod, great. The positive is going through the center 510 pin, right? That's the only place it's getting power. Your negative then becomes the whole outside of the mod, unless it's somehow insulated away from there or going up through the side by a wire. So if you put your battery in backwards, which I know a lot of people do, I'm not going to call their names, but some people put their batteries in positive down, okay? That makes the outside of your mod positive, and then the negative on your addy, depending on what it's touching, that's then negative. So your positive's already going all around, then up there is negative. So if your keys touch against that, boom, that mod's going to fire. And then they're going to wonder, well, why do we put our batteries in positive up? That's why. You put it the other way, and you can definitely become a statistic, because if the positive's insulated from everything else when you go just straight up. When you put it backwards, then it's going all through the outside of the mod. So it's like, I don't know about that. I wouldn't do that. I don't like using mine backwards. I'll do it on a box mod, but on a mech mod that's a straight tube, I don't like doing it backwards. Exactly, Talion. Alright, well, you know, hey. Anyways, this is the G-Class with that nice, cool screen that they just came out with the newest firmware update. And depending on whether you're on powerful or standard, that makes it red. It also, you know, if you turn the power down instead of powerful, let me go to, there's another one there. That one's blue. It actually looks really cool, but I don't like firing it in SXIQ mode. So if I go back to the other ones, which is Eco mode, it turns like a greenish color. That's a greenish color there. And then if I get soft, standard is the greenish color. As soon as you go to powerful, it turns red. But I like red. So hey Talion, I just don't want people getting hurt that don't realize or understand the basics of vaping. Pretty much, I mean, a lot of people go in and buy stuff and they go, hey, you know, oh, you're getting the same one, Chris? I love this one. If I didn't get this one, I mean, I modded mine, so my SX Mini logo actually says it's actually in blue now. All I did to do that, if you ever want to do this, I shouldn't be telling y'all this, but these 4 screws, you take out these 4 screws, there's a white piece of plastic under here. It's almost like a frosted plastic. You can pop that off. Then you take a battery wrap, maybe a clear blue battery wrap like this one per se, and you cut it out to fit this square section. You put that down, then you lay the white cover back on, you put all this back together, and then boom, you got whatever color you want. I mean, I would use a clear one, but make sure it's whatever color. If you want red or orange or whatever color you want this light to be, that's what color you make this, that's what color you put under here. And you don't have to worry about it melting or anything like that. It doesn't get hot enough. This LED light is not hot enough to melt that plastic. So. And this is the carbon fiber one. Love this. There's Jazzy. What's up, Jazzy? Veritube is the cheapest place to buy the SX Mini G Class. Love the fact this holds 30 millimeter. Now, y'all were wondering about, hey, does that Vaporesso Revenger fit the Aromomizer? Well, here's Aromomizer on the G Class. It fits perfect on here. So, this has no overhang. Boom, look at that. There is no overhang with this. Not at all. Zilcho. So, for those of y'all that do want to run a Aromomizer Plus, it would work great with a G-Class. Perfect with a G-Class. This is gunmetal, so it matches this really good. So if you want to buy the Aromomizer and you want it to match the G-Class, if you get this particular one, I would get the gunmetal one. You'll love the look of it. I love the way this looks together. I specifically got that because of this mod. Hey, Timekeeper, how you doing? I need to keep vaping this, guys. I can't obviously give y'all opinion until I keep vaping it. The 510 on this is sweet. I mean, it is sweet. I love the 510 on this G. I mean, that whole top of that mod is like a 510. It's freaking huge. It's still vaping really good. It's actually getting better now, and I've only went through what, 1/10 of the tank. Wow, so Veritube ships priority. So if you ordered a mod from Veritube, you can get it in 2 to 3 days max. So say you order it, you'll have it in 2 days, maybe 3 if you're on the other side of the country. I do have some more mods and stuff coming in. I can't tell y'all when, because I think every one of them's coming from China. So who the hell knows when they're going to show up? I couldn't tell you. I'm going to stay on to about 6:30. So I got 11 minutes left. How about that? We went from what, 4:30 to 6:30? That's pretty good. Or 5:30 to 6:30? That's an hour. There we go. We got an hour. That's another important point that Jazzy is making. If you buy from Veritube, you know you're covered by warranty. If you buy from somebody else that you might get it a few dollars cheaper, if you can find that, you're not going to be covered by warranty. So, if I was you, I'd buy from Veritube. Not that you'll have a problem with that mod. I have not had a single problem. The only problem I've ever had is one of the firmware updates, but actually it worked out fine. It was a beta version anyway, and I ran it one more time, then it went through no problem. So I think it worked out great. So battery life is still doing pretty good. I'm still way up there. Not completely full, but it is moving some. They're going down evenly, which is a good sign. You don't want to see your battery dropping, like one of them dropping way before the other one. If that happens, then you have batteries that aren't paired, number one, and one of the batteries that you have may be very old. As your batteries get older and older, they don't hold charge as well as they did when they were new. So you have to be real careful of that. You don't need to put that much load on the other battery. That's where you get into battery venting. Good thing these are regulated. Now, if you had an unregulated device that was stacked, like it had two batteries or run in parallel, if it's a regular unregulated mod, then you have one battery that's charged and the other battery that's almost empty. It's going to put all that strain on the fully charged battery, and then the lesser charged battery is going to vent on you. It's just, or maybe the fully charged battery is going to vent on you, and that's going to be bad. You don't want that. You're just here for a bumper sticker. The real Sean, I'm not doing bumper stickers tonight. I will do that Friday. And matter of fact, the people that won bumper stickers, I still got to go to the post office. I haven't been to the post. My son's here from South Carolina, and we're trying to go through all the stuff to get his license and stuff. It's been a big pain in the ass this week, and I still have to do that Thursday. We're going, I don't know where we're going tomorrow. We're going somewhere tomorrow. This is vaping like a beast. I like that. I got the airflow all the way open on this tank, by the way, the energy tank. It's not going through juice really fast like you would think. And to be honest, TC was talking about, well, the big baby beast coils will probably fit in this. That's great, but my thing is, are these coils going to last longer than the baby beast coils? For me personally, the baby beast coils, I might get a week out of them if I'm lucky. After that, I start getting bad taste, or it tastes burnt almost, and I'm like, damn, I just put this coil in not even a week ago, and it's already going bad. Now, if this lasts longer, I'll stick with the Vaporesso coils instead of the baby beast coils. Now, I will buy a baby beast rebuildable section and use in this in a minute, though, because, yeah, I love to rebuild. You can give me shit, Real Sean, I don't care. You can give me shit. This is vaping really good, though. The flavor's really starting to come through now. I'm almost at a half a tank. It's wicking good. I can see the air bubbles coming up, so. This is a warm vape, but not hot by any means at 75 watts with the stock coil. I believe the other coil they give you is the same wattage. I'm going to double check that right now. Or the same ohms, I should say. That one was a 0.16 or something, is what it ohmed out at anyway. Let's see what this one says. Oh, this has only got two coils in there, so it's obviously going to be different. Instead of 4, it's only got 2. The reviewer's got 2 of the 4 coilers. This is a 0.13. It says 30 to 70 watts, best between 45 to 80 watts. So I don't know about you. I don't know if you'd rather have the dual coil, which is probably 2 parallel coils in there, or the 4 coil 8, which that's going to be 8 coils is what they're going to call that. But nice little presentation box they did on this. Slide this back in here. I thought this was going to be like a 5-minute show, guys. Here I am just talking my tail off. And I still got to do a show Friday. It's so weird because if I have my XSplit software running and somebody subscribes, it pops up. And I won't even be broadcasting and it'll bling like somebody just subscribed. I'm like, wow. I'm not even casting right now and I'm getting subscribers, which is unusual for me. I know Vic gets like 150 subscribers a day or something, but not me. I'm not used to seeing that. 75, yeah. Kev, this is working really good at 75 watts. I like this. Really big clouds coming off this thing. The good thing is, even though it's got big clouds, it's still got really good flavor. And this spitback guard is not, I don't think it's having any effect on the flavor. I'm definitely not getting any spitback, which is awesome. You don't want spit back coming up into your mouth, and then you're like, oh, I got flavor all right because it's all in my mouth. Yeah, you don't want that. This is keeping the time really good. Let's see how long it takes for the time to show up. I think it takes about 15 seconds. Well, that was 15 seconds. Oh, thank you, Stina. There we go. Now we're at the clock screen. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the batteries out. And I did do the update, Kev. Unless they had an update today, I've done the update. Actually, I looked today, and it was the same one I already had. I'm going to try to get this the batteries out. Was going to say it's clouding. I'm going to pop this battery cover off, and I'm going to see if it keeps the time. Because I know it didn't used to. Man, this battery cover, they should have made a notch to get the, because I literally cannot get this battery cover off. There we go. Alright, batteries are out. No batteries in there. I'm going to give it a couple seconds, and we're going to see if it keeps the time. I doubt it. This is positive down. This is negative down. It went right back to the wattage I was at. So if it keeps the clock, I'm going to be impressed. So if it says 627, then it keeps the clock, which means they fixed that also. Son of a bitch. Okay. They fixed that also, so now it actually keeps the clock even if you pull the batteries out. That's pretty damn good. Well, shit. I got nothing to bitch about now. I just can't bitch anymore. No, this is an old load. There we go. Still clouding just like it was. I've almost got to half a tank. So I'm going to see if the flavor changes and at what point that I get the best flavor. The real Sean, I think the first firmware they had on here would not keep the time. But the new upgrade that they have on their website, it's keeping the clock. So that's good. Yeah, exactly, Talion. Them some decent clouds that it's throwing out. You must have the, yeah, okay, so I have the latest update. Thank you, Kev, for letting me know. I wasn't sure. Well, I knew I had the latest update, but I didn't know they fixed the problems. So, bravo to Vaporesso for fixing, number one, being able to get into the menu, which is basically wattage down. And I found that by accident. I did not know wattage down and fire button takes you right into the menu, which is pretty cool. You hold it. There we go, right into the menu. Before you had to go through all that bull crap, and now you can just go right into it. And now I'm back out. That's freaking awesome. So they fixed that problem, and they fixed the clock problem. I will check it as soon as I get off, Rich. I got 1 minute left. But so far, this is a really nice, comfortable, small mod. And I'm going to be vaping this all the way till Friday to make sure I can give y'all the best opinion of this mod I can. Right now, this is just like a first look, first check. And then Friday, I'll know exactly how good a flavor and at what point that it reached its max flavor. Alright, guys, I'm going to bump off here. I will catch y'all guys Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure y'all tune in for that show. Same channel that you're on right now. Until then, peace out. Y'all have a good one and be safe.